From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Violence in Virginia. Now the aftermath is spreading to Capitol Hill, while the suspect appeared in court today. Plus new information in the deadly attack that left a mother dead on the city's west side. Our Jason Colthorpe is going to join us in a few minutes with an update. But topping our news at noon, President Donald Trump returns to Washington today amid fallout from the weekend violence in Charlottesville, Virginia. Now, he is under fire for his comments in the aftermath of the tragedy. Many are calling on the president to speak forcefully against white supremacist groups. NBC's Edward Lawrence has more from Washington.
Well, good afternoon. The Department of Justice opened a civil rights investigation into this car attack in Charlottesville, Virginia. Still, many want the president to outright reject the support he gets from these white supremacists. Attorney General Jeff Sessions says he will vigorously prosecute suspects like the man accused of the car attack in Charlottesville, Virginia, to get justice for the victims. He will update President Donald Trump on the investigation in a meeting today.
I think that we take this seriously. We go at it directly, morally, legally, politically, legitimately, in any way possible to reject this kind of ideology.
The attack sparked anti-hate protests across the country and condemnation across the board. But what the president did not say stirred controversy.
Hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides.
Critics say that's too ambiguous.
The president could not name this for what it was, driven by white nationalists, the KKK, white supremacists, and neo-Nazis.
They are domestic terrorists, and we need more from our president on this issue.
Administration officials defended the commander-in-chief.
When he condemned bigotry and hatred on all sides, that includes white supremacists and neo-Nazis, and I think it's clear, I know it's clear in his mind.
These dangerous fringe groups have no place in American public life and in the American debate, and we condemn them in the strongest possible terms.
Even House Speaker Paul Ryan named the cause specifically, calling white supremacists a scourge. National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster says that this act fits the definition of domestic terrorism. In Washington, Edward Lawrence, now back to you.
Thank you, Edward. Here at home, anti-hate rallies were held in both Dearborn and Ferndale. Some of those taking part focused their frustrations on the president. And new today, a judge has denied bond for an Ohio man accused of plowing his car into that crowd at the white supremacist, white nationalist rally in Charlottesville. This is James Alex Fields Jr. He's charged with second-degree murder and other counts after authorities say that he drove into that crowd intentionally. Sadly, one woman died and 19 others were hurt. Judge Robert Downer said during the bond hearing that he would appoint a lawyer for Fields. You can get a complete recap of all the violence in Virginia and an update on the latest developments from today on the homepage of our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com for that and click on this story. Here at home now, a woman is being evaluated after a deadly stabbing of her 56-year-old mother-in-law on the city's west side. Local 4's Jason Colthorpe is joining us now with an update. And Jason, why are police evaluating her?
Well, they believe she has mental difficulties right now. Everett, she's in the hospital in the psychiatric ward being evaluated. We're led to believe she's bipolar. She's also pregnant. What we don't know is what led to her stabbing her mother in the home behind me last night. Police responded to this home last night around midnight. What they discovered was 56-year-old Pandora Cameron stabbed in the chest. Cameron, who also went by Pandora Hassan, was rushed to the hospital and was expected to survive until she went into cardiac arrest and died. Police say she was killed by a 32-year-old woman living at the home. Those who know the family say it was Hassan's daughter, who was 6 months pregnant. Neighbors I spoke with were stunned.
And something like this to happen it's shocking, and not only that, it's scary. I have a loving family. I don't know if that family was loving or not. I don't know. You know, there's so many strange things going on these days.
Yeah, it's a very tragic situation, that's for sure. One neighbor who knows the family a little bit has talked to that Hassan a little bit about. She said she sensed a little trouble between her and her daughter. She wasn't sure, but she thought it may have had something to do with her mom wanting her to move out. Of course, a lot of unanswered questions here. We'll be following up on this. And of course, very tragic for the husband and father who's now left alone in this house right now, surrounded by family, but very tragic for him as well. Reporting live, Jason Colthup, Local 4.
Alrighty, Jason, thank you for the update. A Lincoln Park man now will learn his fate this afternoon after pleading guilty to killing a Detroit police officer in a hit-and-run crash. 54-year-old Stephen Gazina pleaded guilty to his charge of second-degree murder and admitted that he was high on crack cocaine when his vehicle hit and killed Detroit police officer Myron Jarrett while Jarrett was investigating at an earlier crash scene. Local 4 will be in court when Gazina is sentenced. Bloomfield Township Police now are asking for your help to identify the victim in a fatal pedestrian crash. A woman crossing Woodward Avenue near Square Lake Road last Friday was hit by a minivan and killed. While police continue to investigate this crash, they're working to identify that victim. She's described as a white woman in her 30s with blonde hair and blue eyes, standing about 5 feet 8 inches tall with several tattoos, including one on her right shoulder that reads Tears of a Clown. Again, if you have any information, please contact Bloomfield Township Police. A Macomb County judge has removed herself from hearing a case involving the county clerk. Circuit Judge Catherine Viviano handled an earlier case putting clerk Karen Spranger and county executive Mark Hackle. Spranger's being challenged for allegedly falsifying a residency affidavit. Judge Viviano today said that it would be best that she does not hear the case.
The court is persuaded that recusal is appropriate to avoid any appearance of impropriety.
I believe the judge made a very good decision, and it should be respected.
The voters have decided whether she's qualified. There was an election, there was a campaign run, and they've cast their votes.
Prosecutors say that the chief county judge will reassign the case to another judge. Spranger's attorney wants to disqualify all Macomb County judges from hearing this case. Well, turning our attention to the forecast now with meteorologist Paul Gross. A beautiful Monday ahead of us. What are we looking like for the rest of today, Paul?
Just spectacular, Everett. Take a look at this. It is just a gorgeous day outside. Temperatures right now are basically in the mid-70s in many spots. 80 at Metro. Metro has hit 80, but we're not far behind. Monroe at 79, Adrian at 79, 78 at Jackson, 79 at Howell, and then just a little bit cooler as you head north. The cool spot is Sandusky at 71 degrees, and all that mid-level, high-level cloudiness that came in overnight, that has now moved off to the northeast into Ontario. So we have plenty of sunshine, but notice there are more of those mid and high-level clouds back to the southwest. So we're going to see more of that as the afternoon progresses, but it's just going to be a really, really nice day. Now, with the temperatures overachieving, one thing we have to keep an eye on. Earlier we were thinking maybe near 80. Now it looks like perhaps 83 degrees or so for the high. There is the possibility for a scattered evening shower, especially north, but if with these temperatures, if they're warmer than expected, we could see a scattered shower even in the southern part of the area late in the day, especially into the evening hours. I'll be back with more on a bigger rain chance coming our way for the middle part of the week. But first, don't forget, you can always take the Local Forecasters app with you anytime you want. Check radar, keeps you ahead of the weather. And I want to tell you what, this is a free app you can download in the App Store. Just search under WDIV. Everett?
Alrighty, Paul, thank you. The list of major entertainment events at the new Little Caesars Arena keeps getting longer. The latest concert announcement involves the Eagles, who will be performing on Friday, October 27th. Tickets for this concert go on sale Saturday, August 19th, and we've got all the ticket information on clickondetroit.com. You can find that right there on the entertainment page. Well, the cost of driving here in Michigan is on the rise yet again. AAA reporting that the average price for a gallon of unleaded gas statewide stands at $2.48 per gallon. That's 7 cents more than what prices were just a week ago. That compares to a price of $2.25 per gallon just 1 year ago. Well, as we go to break now, the search is on for a gunman responsible in the shooting of 3 men at an auto racing event, the shooting deaths of those men. We're going to have more on that next. But first, an update from Korea, where the United States' top military officer met with South Korea's president.
Hi, this is...
The search is on now for a gunman who killed 3 men at a drag racing event Sunday in southern Wisconsin. The racetrack is near Kenosha, near the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. Police report the victims are from Illinois and were gang members. Their killer might be a member of a rival gang. The racetrack has reported problems in the past. These victims, however, were shot at point-blank range. The gunman escaped the area and a search has expanded. Here's the latest on the North Korea crisis. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff is in South Korea today. Marine Corps General Joseph Dunford is meeting South Korean defense ministers. And while the general says the U.S. seeks a peaceful resolution to the standoff with North Korea, the U.S. is ready to use what he terms the full range of military capabilities. General Dunford will continue his visit to the region with stops planned in Japan and in China. Security now was extremely tight in New York City this morning as reputed Mexican drug cartel kingpin Joaquin Guzman was transported to a federal courthouse. Guzman, who goes by the nickname El Chapo, is facing charges of drug trafficking, money laundering, and overseeing kidnappings and murders. Today's hearing might focus on Guzman's request to replace his court-appointed attorneys with private attorneys who have experience representing organized crime figures. Well, this is a bizarre one. Local police joined federal agents on Sunday to clean up what was left of a destroyed ATM in a community just outside of San Diego. A thief used some type of explosive device to blow up an ATM just outside of a gas station. Police are not saying whether that thief got off with any money, though. Despite the destruction of the device, thankfully no injuries were reported. Coming up next, right here on Local 4 News at noon, thousands across the country are getting ready to travel to see this historic eclipse next week, Monday. But there is a new warning that explains why it could create concerns for both travel and safety. Paul?
Yeah, Everett, a lot of Detroiters are now asking me what's the weather going to be for the eclipse because they are traveling to the total part of the eclipse. Now, we're going to have a partial eclipse here, and everybody wants to know what our weather is going to be. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about this afternoon's weather and some rain. We need rain. We'll talk about when that's going to get here, all just ahead.
It's been billed as a once-in-a-lifetime event. For the first time in nearly 100 years, a total solar eclipse will run across the entire continental United States. So why is a moment of darkness generating so much buzz? And even though there will be total darkness, is there still a potential danger to your eyes? Do you really need those silly glasses?
Very short periods of intense light, measured in 10 seconds, can do damage to the central region of the retina.
Tonight at 11, everything you need to know to get ready for the solar eclipse, where to watch and how to watch safely. Join me as the excitement builds right here on Local 4.
Well, just a week from today, thousands of people all around the country are going to be setting their eyes to the skies for this historic eclipse. Many Americans are even making a vacation out of it, but that is creating some travel warnings for roads and highways, which are already posted in some communities. Madras, Oregon, and hundreds of other small towns across America have suddenly become tourist destinations for next Monday's eclipse, whether they're ready for it or not.
When you have that many people in a town of 6,500 people with two-lane highways going through it, it's just a math game that doesn't work out.
Casper, Wyoming's population of 60,000 could nearly double.
We're hoping everybody kind of takes a deep breath and understands there's going to be a lot of different people here from a lot of different areas.
Coming from those different areas, mostly by car, which is why holiday-like traffic is expected all along the path, all across the country.
There will be heavy congestion on the roadway, and drivers need to make sure that they're packing their patience and prepare to sit in traffic for long periods of time.
According to AAA's Tamara Johnson, highway safety during the eclipse is a major concern.
Make sure that if the eclipse is starting to occur and you want to watch, pull over to a safe location so you can do so.
Pull off the road, but not on the shoulder.
So on that day when it starts to go dark, don't stop on the roadway. Not only is it illegal, but you can get a ticket for it.
And like you should always do, drive defensively, just in case the other guy is committing a big no-no.
Don't wear those eclipse glasses while you're driving.
I mean, we have to say it, you know what I mean? Because some people
it.
might think to do that. But speaking of eclipse glasses, are there any left? Like, can you find any anywhere?
Well, I've heard that some stores have them. I don't know if they still have them, but everybody's asking. And
right.
So I mean, you can still get them, I think, on like Amazon, but I don't know how long it takes you to they're probably selling out too.
Right, and you've got a week, and you want to make sure that you're getting the real ones, not the fake ones that people are also selling too.
Yeah, basically a good pair of Eclipse glasses, you can't see anything but the sun. It's it filters that much light. It's the only thing you can see is the sun. So let's talk about some weather, Everard, because a lot of people want to see this eclipse. Not only here, again, it's just a partial eclipse here, but those moons covering the sun there across the country, that's the path of totality. And if we bring in what my forecast is, I've been watching the maps for a week now. One spot we're watching, the Pacific Northwest right here, right along the coast, there could be a system coming in, perhaps with some clouds and maybe some rain, but that's just, right now it looks like the coastal areas, though the central part of the country right now is looking really good, and then it looks like there might be some heat and humidity pop-up storms in the afternoon here in the southeast, so that may not be good news for them. And for us, next Monday is looking good. We're going to be able to see it here, so that's all great news. Well, what else we can see is just a beautiful skyline on a beautiful day. We have plenty of sunshine with just a few clouds here and there. Temperatures right now in the mid-70s in some spots, approaching 80 degrees in many other spots. So it's going to be a nice warm day. We're keeping the humidity very comfortable for you. And I got a great storm pin picture for you. All right, now, this is from Wyandotte. He says, King Kong just hanging out. Now, listen, I failed Rorschach in high school, but I don't see King Kong, but I see the Energizer Bunny. Do you?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone says too. Yeah, I see the Energizer Bunny. But again, don't ask me. I failed Rorschach. But that's a great storm pin shot. Thanks for sending that in. And now a little more serious. If you were watching this morning on Local 4 News Today, I told you this was starting to look more and more organized, and it is more organized. The winds now, this is Tropical Storm Gert. The winds are 60 miles per hour. But the good news is this thing is going to just be whisked right out into the North Atlantic. It's going to miss the U.S., miss Bermuda. It's going to become briefly a hurricane, but it's not going to affect anybody. So for us, we're doing pretty well right now. This is a weakening upper level disturbance. I talked about that all weekend, about it coming this way. Not going to have a tremendous impact, but with the heat that we have this afternoon, a few scattered showers are going to pop up. Now, drive time, I think we're fine. Into the evening hours, notice, again, there's a lot of space between these, so I think most of us don't get rain, but don't be surprised if you get a quick splash and dash shower. But then that's going to be it for the night. And for today, we're looking at 83 degrees with that mix of clouds and sun. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope you have a chance to get outside and enjoy this. It's just a primo summer day. Tomorrow, there's maybe a little bit better, some scattered showers or a thunderstorm in the middle part of the day, but otherwise, not bad. Wednesday looks mostly dry during the daytime. Wednesday night into Thursday, a solid band of rain comes through. Showers and storms. Looks like all of us are going to get it. That's good news. Then spottier showers Friday into Saturday. The end of the weekend looking pretty good. And as I mentioned, Everard, next Monday is looking great for eclipse viewing.
Oh, and we are so excited for that, Paul. Thank you. Coming up, 2 officers in Massachusetts were the talk of the town after a drive-through coffee run in a very old school kind of way. We'll show you that. But first, Paula Tutman has an update on what she's working on for Local 4 News first at 4.
The power of a returnable can, right? You remember the little boy Jackson? He and his family were actually returning bottles and cans for the deposits to raise enough money for a service dog. Well, guess what? That service dog has arrived. Hello. And here he is. We are with Jackson and his family as they get used to their brand new puppy. You have puppy breath? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And we'll see you today at 4 on First at 4.
All right, finally here at noon, it's a kind of a cliche to say that when officers take a break, police officers, they head to a coffee shop or a donut shop.
Well, that's in theory, that's correct. But the scene at a coffee shop in Worcester, Massachusetts put a different spin on the tradition. Check this out. 2 mounted police officers stopped at a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru on their horses.
Wow.
Yep, one officer turned to snap a picture of his fellow officer getting a cup of coffee through the drive-thru window.
A Twitter message from the police department there suggested John Wayne might be proud of the way that they're doing things. But isn't that the sight? What would you do? You pull up and right in front of you is that officer? Pretty cool, right?
That's cool.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.